What's going on, everybody? This is Translation, powered by Translation Media. I am your host, Nick Beam.
And I'm the light-skinned guy, Kurt.
And together we are Translation Media, kicking off yet another episode of Translation. This is the thing. We talk about all things relevant in popular culture, everything ranging from, government shutdowns to credit repair, credit strategy, wealth strategy, all these things, sports.
Strippers.
I don't know about the strippers, but we talk about everything though. And
we in Vegas though.
We in Vegas, shout out to yesterday's fits. Those are my guys. As you can see, the hat that I'm wearing right now, I want to let it be known.
Shout out to SCL Co. They always keeping us fresh.
Yeah, SCL Co. always have us laced. And shout out to Ace of Hands, massage therapist and mobile massage parlor. And yeah, locally based in Vegas.
Complex Con recently. I got this little, Nigel.
Yeah,
I gotta get my Nigel shoes back. I gotta get them. Order them again.
We threw out a lot of the local brands, and we want to talk about the state of Las Vegas, the state of the union. What does Las Vegas look like? And there's been rumblings. And
is it over for us? Is it over for Las Vegas?
I don't think so. And I'll tell you this. I'll kick off the conversation with a conversation I had during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
COVID was a trying time for everybody across the world. And I remember I got invited to a private event at a hotel from a good friend of mine. And that was an interesting environment, to say the least, but I'm not going to get too far in detail on that. But
it's Vegas, baby.
Yeah, weird shit across the board. But I get stuck having a conversation with a gentleman. Can't remember his name, but we're having a conversation, and he's freaking out about Vegas. He's like, man, it's over. Like, everything that we ever done, how we've built our names and legacies in Vegas is all finished. And I'm like, man, why are you so doom and gloom? Like, Vegas got cannabis, legalized marijuana. It's for recreational use. We got sports.
Smoke good, eat, drink,
weed,
eat good, drink good. That's what
all these different
said,
things that are changing the landscape.
Right.
And being a Midwesterner, like, sports is a big deal for us,
right.
In the Midwest. And it does a lot for our local economy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm seeing the bigger picture on how Vegas is changing. He's completely in a whole different realm of reality. And, I mean, rightfully so, we didn't really know where the world was going to go.
Fact.
But, what I knew from this situation with COVID is COVID caused Vegas to take a detrimental hit.
Mm-hmm.
And tourism and hospitality, which this is the industry that builds and fuels Las Vegas, modern Las Vegas, is hospitality industry. So I remember watching Governor Sisolak come on the news and say that he was interested in bringing in new economies, new tech, like tech and new businesses to fuel the local economy. And I'm like, yo, that's a great idea because, when you look at the bigger picture, Vegas market is small. You take the Strip out of Las Vegas. In fact, the Strip's not even in Las Vegas, in Paradise, Nevada.
Definitely Paradise.
It's called Paradise, Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
So you take the Strip out of Las Vegas. At the time, this is like from 2016 to like 2019, I think we was at like 2 million people in population.
Right.
Right now, we only had 3 million.
Right.
That's not even bigger than Cleveland. I ironically threw that out there. Shout out to Cleveland. But Chicago's bigger than Vegas. Boroughs in New York are bigger than Vegas. It's so many different places, and it just when you look at it, they're like, oh, Vegas isn't that big. Most people think, when you come to Vegas, the Las Vegas is nothing but the Strip.
That's all they think about.
Yeah, but until you lived here long enough to know, like, oh, this is a different market. Mm-hmm. And back to the conversation with the dude, like, I ended up walking away from that conversation, but it did have me thinking, and it's like, how does Vegas change from this? Mm-hmm. How do we move forward? And we need those new industries in here to stimulate the local economy.
Right.
But current day, right around now in 2025, we're seeing some numbers between 11, some say 11%, some say 40%. It might have increased, it might have decreased, but we're at a decline on tourism.
For sure.
So it has a lot of people questioning what Vegas looks like.
There's a lot of factors that go into that, though. Like, the economies are changing. And so, I mean, I know a lot of things have happened around COVID, but even still in that same regard, like when Canada is one of the biggest tourists that comes to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
When they started having that little tariff war and everything else like that, that became a factor with the Canadians.
Yep.
You know, we got into a tariff war with Japan, China. Those are big factors. I love seeing those cultures come and enjoy themselves on the strip. They spend money, they patron. And then also there's other things that are starting to grow. Dubai is becoming a big tourist destination.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing a lot to kind of mimic what Las Vegas is. But at the end of the day, man, Las Vegas is still Las Vegas.
Right.
And they're knowing how to transition, and they're figuring out ways. And tourism is down, but tourism is down across the world.
Yeah.
You know, you got to understand, like, Vegas became expensive at one point in time, and that was a big factor in the tourism. And even recently, I think that one of the presidents or CEOs of MGM said, like, I think we got a little bit beside ourselves with the prices.
You think?
and that was the most humble comment that I've heard from them in a while. Like, you know, they started nickel and diming. They you know, you can't have somebody have a $37 room, or just say a $50 room and a $20 Starbucks.
Right.
Like, you know, that's bad business, bro. Like, you can't have a Starbucks that's the same amount of your nightly rooms. And, you know, they got away from the essence of what, you know, the mobsters had it right. They were big on patron the gamblers.
Yeah.
You know, you come here and gamble, you're going to get comp rooms.
Yep.
You come here and gamble, you're going to get some free liquor.
Yep.
You know, that's what kept people sitting at the table. And so, like, the essence of what built Vegas and what made it what it was as an adult playground has gone.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to cater to the gamblers.
Absolutely.
And so the corporate people have really gotten to get back to the essence. But, you know, as generations go on and corporations get in, they really get greedy. And their bottom line is the stockholders, the shareholders. And, you know, they really got to understand, like, if you want to keep it going and keep it thriving and vibrant, they got to make things new. And that's what Vegas is doing right now. It's like a transition of new things that are coming here, and it's making it great again, I believe.
Yeah, and I agree. And that's what I was alluding to with the conversations. I'm like, I don't think you see the bigger picture. Like, y'all need more than hospitality here. Mm-hmm. And now we getting a chance to see that. I think it definitely, one, they need to go back to the mob mentality and taking care of people when they come and do things in hospitality. Mm-hmm. But as we build, we got more sports. You know, Las Vegas.
Stop nickel and diming on that parking, man. Yeah. Like, man, let the parking be free, man. People driving from out of town.
Yep.
From Cali is one of the biggest markets that come to Las Vegas, and y'all not letting them people drive their cars down here and park. You're trying to charge $50 a night. Yeah. So your room might be, you know, let's say $150. You're charging $20 for a coffee.
Yeah.
You're charging, you know what I'm saying, for
everything
for a bottle of water. The bottle of water $12 to $15.
Yeah, you gouging everybody.
I mean, then you got to pay for parking on a nightly. It's not like a parking for the whole stay.
Yeah.
$50. They talking about $40, $50
$35 a night. Like, it's gotten out of hand, and it takes away from the experience, especially because I could see if you were I can understand if you're inflated the prices based off of people making more money.
Mm-hmm.
But once you see the economy struggling, you losing tourists, then you got to tweak your prices.
For sure.
People you got to. It should be based off of what you know the average person can really afford. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, you got your luxury resorts like the Wynn, the Encore, and you got a handful of them that are, you know, higher level resorts. And you could pay to play, you know, in those spaces. But making Vegas as a whole overly pricey is a no bueno.
Man, like you said, we talked about in a different podcast, the middle market and the middle class is
those are the ones that spending the money.
The heartbeat. So those Hera hotels, the Excaliburs, the
Circus,
New Yorks, the Circus, the Luxors. Man,
They do away with those.
Do away with
some of them resorts trash.
Which one?
Shit, I mean, Circus is trash.
They got for the kids though.
Let me not say this. I just think it's outdated.
I think everything has its place.
Yeah, everything. Well, no, I think. Let me not say it's trash. I recant. Everything does have its place.
Mm-hmm.
I think that these places need massive upgrades, though.
Hey man, big bitches need love too, man.
No, I ain't even talking about I ain't talking about the people that go through there.
Ugly women
I'm
need
just
love
saying,
too,
like, I'm just not a fan of, like, it's like, okay, go on Zillow. Go on Zillow and find a rental.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, cool. I'm glad you said that.
They beautiful in their
No,
own way,
hold
man.
on. Let me stick on this. So if you go on Zillow and you go to Southwest Summerlin, or you go into the most thriving city, it's suburban Vegas,
Right?
And you go find a house for rent,
and
look at two houses next to each other. One house is modern. It's got granite countertops. It's got all these different things, and they hitting you over the head for $3,000, $2,500.
Right.
Then you go down the block and you see another house for the same price, but the shit is all outdated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got white refrigerator. You got
brown,
the light brown cabinet that
Yeah.
look like a college.
Got the vinyl wallpaper
kitchen,
on it.
Vinyl wallpaper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you still charging me $2,500?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, the resorts are different and you can pay for a cheaper resort. But my point is even when they get expensive, you ain't even upgraded. So it's like, I feel like the circuses, the New York's, Excaliburs, Luxors, they all need a massive upgrade. And that's why I'm excited that Fontainebleau is here, because it looks amazing.
For sure.
I'm excited that Resort World is here because it looks amazing.
For sure.
Now, are they bleeding out on business right now? Yeah, but it might be a long game.
But I'm gonna tell you this though, some of these are getting upgrades.
That's good.
So like,
I'm still not gonna stay there.
I went to the Rio. Rio rooms is nice. They upgraded that joint.
That's good. It's about time.
They put a bunch of money in it. $300 million.
I don't want to look like the Rio from 1970. Fuck is this? This is
I'm missing the buffets from back in the day though.
That's different. I ain't talking about buffets. But anyway, buffets are necessary.
But like, okay, let me see another one. The Harrah's. What's that? What the Harrah's used to be named? I think this is maybe still
Never
here.
stayed there.
I like to hotel stay. So like, I like to here and there take on a hotel, do staycations, and see like different rooms. I've stayed at a lot of different hotels, but some of them are getting upgrades. And when they get upgrades, they see Kurt. And I go in there and I hang out and I patron, I gamble. I like a lot of these places starting to get speakeasies, which is a new attraction.
I love a good speakeasy.
Man, speakeasies are everywhere now. These little hidden bars.
Fuck a club. I love a good speakeasy.
Man, I love a cigar bar, lounge, and shit. Like you said, fuck a club. But the clubs have its place. We used to be in them jokers. So the young dollar that goes into the club, like, shoot, what's the name? Just is shutting down. Like, Dre's is over with. They going back to the basement.
But here's the thing. The reason why the speakeasies work, because there's a handful of them and they all got different vibes.
Right.
The problem with the clubs, especially in Vegas, and I'm not hating on no clubs, because I've been to Dre's. I done had some epic nights at Dre's.
Gotta get a table.
Live. No, fuck that table shit, man. No. That's the problem. Everybody is at them fucking tables.
I agree.
They're not having fun. They're on their phone.
Yep.
Bottles come out. They got their phones up recording it.
Taking selfies.
Yeah, they ain't having no good time for real.
It ain't like back in the day. It ain't like back in the day.
And then the DJs they held to a chain because they got to play certain music all night long.
Yep.
And all of them playing the same music. And I know I've seen some of these DJs. I'm not saying no names, but I've seen some of these DJs in other markets crush them markets. One in particular who is big here, I saw him in his hometown market, and he used to crush it. I want to say his name bad, but I ain't going to say no names. He used to crush his local market.
Right.
And then I saw him here, and I'm like, yeah, he getting a big check. I used to see that during Winter Music Conference in Miami, too, though. The big names, like Calvin Harris, I'll say his name.
So what should they do in that time? I mean, should they go back and forth? Or, I mean, because he getting a check. That's what everybody. That's the American dream, to upgrade your status.
No, I mean, he got to pay his bills, so I'm not knocking it. But what I'm saying, for me personally, from an experience standpoint, I don't want to go to Tao, and I don't want to go to some other club and I hear the same music. Okay. And I'm not talking about house and hip hop.
How it's mixed.
I ain't talking. No, I'm not talking about. Oh, if you don't want to listen to hip hop, go to house. If you don't want to listen to house, go to hip hop. No, I'm talking about. I should have my pick of the litter of house. I should have my pick of the litter of hip hop, because there's different house.
Right.
I used to do the house stuff, and it could get real grungy.
Yeah.
But I knew where the grungier house spots was in Miami versus the commercial house spots. You know, and I've been in both scenes, and I was like, okay, I don't like this one. This is too grungy.
No, you gotta find your safe place.
But where do I find? That's what I'm saying.
Like in Chicago, boy, you don't find a safe place, you might end up.
No, I ain't even talking about the violent environment. I'm talking about more so the atmosphere of a good time.
Right.
And I feel like if I want to listen to rap, what's the first thing you say? You're gonna say Dre's.
Right. That's the only place, really.
And that's cool. That's cool, but I don't have another option.
Not
Because
really.
because how I know
they take them away.
Because that's my point. Because how I know that I'm gonna what if I want to listen to some other type of hip hop?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have no other option. I gotta go listen to that hip hop, or I gotta go or rap. I gotta listen to that rap that DJ play, and he play that same rap everywhere. And rap is diverse. Same thing with house. There's different house music. You know, Chicago. You from Chicago. Chicago house different from the house that's being promoted.
Facts.
It's not the same house.
Facts.
You know, but you got to be in them environments to know the difference between them. So, but when that environment isn't marketable, it kills the experience, and then it makes it seem like everything is the same. So I like that Vegas is changing. I don't think Vegas is dying. We got a baseball team on the way.
Facts.
We got basketball on the way.
Basketball coming one of these days.
Yeah, it's on the way. We got there's been on and off the table for Hollywood 2.0. So we're gonna have film industry here.
Yeah.
You know, we still got hospitality.
Should they expanded that Area 15 joint to the House of Horrors? So
yeah, I'm not a big horror guy, but yeah.
But we're getting more.
Step in the right direction.
We're getting more attractions
and that's
outside
off the strip.
that are family oriented for one, but also that are it's off the strip.
Yep.
So they're doing more things here.
And I'm saying this for the record. I'm glad we're being recorded, because I'm gonna say this. Vegas will win once they develop the local market. Because here's the thing. When you bring these new industries into this economy, this local economy, you have to cater to people that can actually work those jobs. I'll just threw out the numbers of the population. Not all 2 million to 3 million people are going to get those jobs in those new industries.
Right.
So then you got to go find somebody that's qualified in another industry. So if we're talking about Hollywood 2.0, I got to go find somebody that is big in LA, New York, or Atlanta. Those are the 3 biggest film industries, and maybe like a Boston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I got to entice them to move to Vegas.
Yeah.
Same thing with sports. I got to entice people to move to Vegas, and they're going to adapt the mindset that we adapted. It's going to be about the local market. So when Area 15 expands, people are going to hang out there. That's off the strip.
Yes.
That's not even nowhere near the strip.
Yeah.
They're going to have to revamp and renovate downtown.
That's what they're doing right now.
They're doing it right now. They're doing Arts District, right?
Yeah.
Midtown.
Yeah.
You know, you got downtown Summerlin. You got Town Square.
Yep.
You know, downtown Henderson is being redeveloped.
Yep.
Water Street or Waterloo, whatever it's called.
And they expanding out there to Summerlin.
Yeah.
I mean, Centennial.
St. Rose.
St. Rose.
Yeah,
Yep.
all these places need to develop with things to do, shopping. I thought sports should be centered in those areas because our freeway system is simple. The 15 and the 215, you can get anywhere in the city on either one of those.
For sure.
So they should have put the sports all around the freeways, because then even if I land into the strip as a tourist, I can go out toward the arenas and stadiums and then come back.
You know, the bottom line is with the sports situation and where they're putting the locations at, they want to be able to cultivate the tourists that come in town for the out of town games.
For sure.
And make sure that everything is centered
it's bogus,
around the strip.
but it's for sure.
It's bogus. I agree. It makes the traffic bad, and it makes
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it makes you should be definitely injecting more into the local economy outside of the strip. But like I said, this is what Vegas is founded on.
But it can just, like you said, the traffic. So I had a conversation last year was it last year or year before? It was either within the last 2 years. MJBizCon, that's coming up. It's here every year. That's actually cannabis convention basically. And I'm with some very affluent people at the steakhouse over at Resorts World.
Right.
And we're talking about, they're not even staying at the Resorts World. They stand somewhere else, and they was complaining about the traffic. And I'm like, I agree. Like, even if I'm a billionaire, I'm not going to want to take a helicopter everywhere just to get somewhere in 5-10 minutes.
True.
You know, like, there needs to be a restructuring of transportation. I had an idea, and, you know, the planning board or committee, if y'all watch this show, holla at me. But, like, y'all should have put the city should have put the arenas on the outskirts of the freeway.
Mm-hmm.
So there should be an arena north, south, east, and west.
Mm-hmm.
And when I mean arena, I mean a stadium or arena.
Is the Legion in a good spot for you?
No.
Okay.
I don't because T-Mobile is right there. And I know it's two different buildings.
Yeah.
But it's still technically it's not because Mandalay is still on the strip. And it's right behind Mandalay. It works in theory for
But this is what happened though. This is why I mean they didn't get a chance to buy out other space over there to make parking better. So that's the only drawback. That's the only drawback.
They could have put Allegiant. I'm gonna tell you exactly.
They definitely could have put Allegiant a lot of.
They could have put Allegiant on Las Vegas Boulevard and Warm Springs.
So south.
Anybody that knows south. Yeah. Anybody that knows Las Vegas knows exactly where that is.
Everybody know that big space, and that's where they're proposing the NBA arena is going to do. The whole
anything should go because that's still Las Vegas Boulevard. Mm-hmm. Instead, that's south.
Yeah,
you've developed that area. If you've lived in other cities, which you have, you've been in other cities, which you have. Mm-hmm. Like let's take Phoenix for example. Mm-hmm. The Cardinals don't play in Phoenix. Mm-hmm. The Cardinals play in Glendale.
For sure.
I lived in Phoenix for off and on for 2 years. You get on, you get out at Sky Harbor. You land at Sky Harbor, and you go right on the freeway. I can't remember the name of the freeway. It doesn't matter. Right. But you go right for 45 minutes to get to Glendale. You go left to Tempe and Scottsdale. But you centrally located to these areas, but you got to take a commute to Glendale. Mm-hmm. Years ago, there was nothing there but the Cardinals Stadium.
I know.
Now it is a thriving city in Arizona.
Sure, yeah. So
we know putting these stadiums, like the Browns about to move from downtown to Brook Park in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And with the understanding that we're going to get a dome, but we're going to entertain more entertainment events. That's the whole point. So we know that these stadiums generate revenue.
Of course.
Right. So stacking them, and then somebody else said it was like, oh, it's got to be on the strip. And I'm like, no, man, MGM and all these guys, MGM, Sands, Caesars, they all run the gamut. Mm-hmm. So it don't matter where. I think that's a bogus explanation because it don't matter where they own or where these buildings are placed. If they own the city, they could just own the buildings there.
For sure.
The thing is Vegas to me has to become a utopia, not just a strip. Mm-hmm. I'm in an Uber. Uber driver says some fire shit. He's like, we need 2 strips. We need the strip we got, and we need a secondary one. And he used an example of another place. I can't remember exactly what place he mentioned because I was intrigued. I'm like, 2 strips. I don't mind that. Like,
I gotta see that work.
Yeah, like, well, because the thing is like, so when cannabis first happened,
right?
The biggest thing is we got the Lexi now, which was converted. It was another hotel that was converted into a hotel that has cannabis in it. Mm-hmm. And so when they were doing the red tape for where dispensaries would go, 2 places they mentioned was the strip was a no-go. Actually 3. Strip, schools, and church. Mm-hmm. And that made the downtown area more desirable. That made it so basically anywhere that's in the proximity away from those 3 places is a go. Mm-hmm. So I said we should have a weed resort. It was me and a couple of other homies. My other homie Gab, he's big into the cannabis. Right. My dog. Me, him, and another person. We talked about a weed resort, just straight weed product or cannabis products, THCs, all this stuff, and it could be off the strip. Because here's the thing: if I come in and I'm a high roller at the Cosmo, right, mm-hmm. I'm still gonna be a high roller at the Cosmo. Sure. But if you tell me I can go to a cannabis resort and I can get all of my cannabis products and I could just be completely submerged into the cannabis lifestyle in a whole nother resort, I'm gonna try that. Mm-hmm. That also extends the stay. You got high rollers that can extend their stay. That some people stay longer than the average person.
Right.
So why can't I spend if I'm here for 2 weeks? Why can't I spend a week at my spot, my usual spot? Why can't I hit a week at the weed resort? Why can't the weed resort be owned by MGM or Sands or Caesars Group? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, stop making excuses of not turning Vegas into a utopia. Turn it into a utopia.
Man, you got high expectations, bro.
I'm just saying the money is here, though. It's enough money that flow through Vegas. Why not?
But at the same time, like, if sometimes I take it from the standpoint, if you're good at something, just be good at that.
Yeah, I mean, they clearly have it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality.
Yeah, so
but transportation broke.
I mean, the transportation broke in a lot of cities, bro. The transportation broke in Chicago.
But we thrive off tourism. So if I fly in and I can't get from point A to point B in a certain amount of time, I'm pissed.
I just say this: learn how to take the back roads in Vegas.
Oh, I know the back roads. We ain't gonna tell you when to tell the back roads. Sammy, take the Sammy,
take the
Frank.
Man,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
If
like,
you know.
I know how to get around in this
No, I
motherfucker.
do
So,
too.
like, I mean, I ain't never really had a problem. People say I'm gonna be on the strip. I'm not going down Las Vegas Boulevard,
I don't even
especially on a Friday or Saturday night. You don't go down them streets.
Locals don't even like being on the strip. Period.
I mean, that's locals. But I mean, if we're having a conversation about locals know how to maneuver around because we got STN, baby. We got station.
Yeah.
We station.
They not going to none of the strip stuff.
Station.
But that's what I'm saying.
Station got off the strip on a lot.
Yeah, I'm saying our local, but that's what I'm saying. Our local, we need more advertisement and more emphasis on the local market.
Man, I totally agree.
They both can exist.
But at the same time, like the heartbeat of Las Vegas, and I agree with you. And there's more coming off the strip. There's development. But also things have been hurt and slow because COVID, the economy's slow, things of that nature. So even like the new baseball stadium, I think
that's a bad idea.
With the baseball stadium or the baseball team, period, or the location?
Location.
I don't like the location either, but they cleared out
it's gonna be dope though.
They cleared out a lot of space down there, mother.
It's gonna be dope. No, listen,
when I'm saying these things and that campus.
When I'm saying these things,
but that's what I was. Hold on, that's what I was trying to tell you. Like the person that was injecting capital in that, he's like, "No, I'm not about to finance your whole project." So they got to even go out with more funding for that stuff because, it's a problem.
The thing is when it's all said and done, however they finish it, it's going to look dope. I'm not hating on anything. I'm hating on what I don't like is you just keep stacking stuff in the same areas.
But that's what's come up for you and I, translation and SEL code and everything else like that to, take our capabilities to these people or the people that are coming in town and let them know how we can spread the value of what's coming to Las Vegas in that capacity. So like you and I and our other partnerships that we have out here, we're gonna be laying the ground floor and the infrastructure for what's going to be coming for locals and for the new locals that are going to be coming into this city.
Absolutely.
Like it's going to be some epic things coming down the pipeline.
Absolutely, and I think most of this conversation for me is, first of all, again, you already know where I'm from. I rep it. I've lived all over the country. I got love for all the cities I've ever been in. I respect all the cities I've never been in, but I've stayed in this city the longest outside of Cleveland, and that's been 10 years.
I love it.
Going on 10 years. And I've been here for 10, so I'm naturally going to gravitate toward what's going to make everything look better, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. It ties it back into what you just said, because I feel that these improvements can exist, and you do as well, and that's what I'm saying. I truly feel that what we're going to put out into the atmosphere is going to be extremely conducive to the success of Vegas, both tourism and locally, but my heart is with the locals.
No, and that's why we're here to champion the locals, and that's why we're here to amplify their business, their messages, their opportunities for when people are coming in town. Because when I was just in Tampa, guy asked me, he's like, "Man, what's that cigar spot that's off the strip?" I said, Tap and Ash. And he was just like, "Man, I love Tap and Ash. That's a cigar spot."
It's a good-looking place.
Yeah, it's a great place, and they just expanded. Now they got the VIP or the members-only section of it, and they just expanded. So they're curating even more for the members and the locals for the city.
Yeah.
And so,
Chocolate City is dope, too.
Chocolate City is a dope spot. Like, Smoke on the off of Blue Diamond. Yep. That's minority owned too, and veteran owned. There's so many different spots. Those are just a small handful of cigar spots that are here in Las Vegas. We got soul food restaurants that are here in Las Vegas that are growing, and new businesses that are coming and thriving, and business owners. There's so many opportunities for us to cultivate their businesses and grow their businesses.
Absolutely.
And support their businesses by amplifying their message and being like, I'm gonna give out free game and free marketing for a lot of these different businesses because people need to come check them out.
Absolutely. Listen, that's why it's funny. You guided this episode's topic, and ironically, I had on this hoodie and this hat, right? Because these are both businesses that, well, one, I promote my guy's mobile massage parlor. I don't get massage by him, but you know what I'm saying. But he got, from what I'm hearing, he got good hands. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yesterday,
they got a menu of other people to get massages.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
all right, just check.
I amplify the local business voice, and one of my favorite brunch spots. I usually try to take people to Parlor, you know, and you can pick your poison. We can go downtown to 6th and Carson,
right.
Or we can go out to Henderson,
right?
You know, but my guy Antonio Nunez, that's my dog.
Yeah.
Like, he's in our ecosystem, and you know, when we look at his business and even what he's doing, like, I've helped, you know, shine marketability on his business for him too,
right?
Because that's my brother,
right?
You know, but his food is amazing, and what ends up happening is people that come in, they're like, come into town, they're like, oh man, you want to grab some food? I'm like, yeah, are you cool with going off the strip?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I go off the strip, take them right downtown.
Yeah.
You know, it's a quick trip. They end up loving the food. The environment's dope. His playlist is dope. You know, and his playlist is fire.
Right.
R&B, hip hop, blend, and it's organic. Aesthetically, it looks dope. And then he's a dope individual, a dope human being. So like, now when people come back in town, they tell they people.
It's another plug. I mean, Taste Buds, the Creole spot. Like,
I ain't been to Taste Buds yet.
Taste Buds, I gotta take you over there.
Yeah,
man.
we gotta.
I work with them. Mr. Fries, man.
Mr. Fries, man. Yeah.
Oh man, like,
yeah, he got. Bro, he in the Allegiant Stadium now.
Yeah, he's in the Allegiant Stadium.
Mr. Fries, shout out Mr. Fries, man.
I help fund his company, man. He's a member and a lovely client of C. Blair and Associates.
That's fire.
So like, man, like, there's some things and some businesses out here that are really growing and they need to be amplified. People need to come into town just to go straight to those restaurants.
Absolutely.
And patron those places, bro.
Absolutely.
So that's what we need to continue to do, to amplify these small businesses. And because, like you said, man, like, it ain't always about big business. It ain't always about the strip.
Yeah.
So we got to take people to where the people are at.
The strip serves its purpose. The strip
Definitely
is free marketing.
Definitely.
It's free marketing. Excuse me. And I truly feel that we have to take that free marketing and we have to funnel the percentage of that we can into the local businesses. That's how this works. If you go back and look at the situation with F1 first year, they overpromised and underdelivered. That's what got the local businesses in a frenzy, because they start building all these ramps and blocking off entryways into those businesses, and they couldn't thrive. And they couldn't, and they still had rent and mortgages to pay, and they were affected by business. They weren't making money. So like, it's stories like that where it's like, all right, man, what are we gonna do to try to shine light on those businesses while we have big events going on in the city? That's the cool part about Vegas, you know. So as long as we are in cohesion with each other to promote each other's businesses and drive, like I said, we just threw out names. We didn't get paid for none of that. You know, nobody paid us to say any of the names we just said. We got personal relationships with these business owners. We've helped these business owners in some form or fashion, you know, and we'll continue to do it, you know, and it doesn't matter what race you are, none of that. It's about community, and this is a very diverse community. It's a lot of enriched history, both on the, you know, everything from the mob to people of color, you know, to Mormons and religion. Like, it's all kind of history flowing through this city.
Definitely.
So, you know, for those who have put their feet 10 toes down into Las Vegas, that's whether they homegrown or been living here as long as we've been living here, like, we all need to be on the same page, and that's what we aim to do with Translation Media, with every other brand we connected to.
I'm going to turn my hat around back so we can get serious, man. If y'all want to amplify your business, if you want us to get an opportunity to highlight your business, we are coming. We're going to be out of the studio. We're going to be coming boots on the ground, and we're going to be meeting people where they're at, and we're going to take people to your restaurants. We're going to champion your restaurants. We're going to patron your restaurants, and let us know how we can help you get people from off the strip into your restaurants, into your local establishments. Man, let us help you in any capacity. If you need capital, if you need consulting, if you need resources and help, let us know. We're going to be able to help you with those in those different aspects.
That part.
So tap in, man. I am Big Kurt, light skinned guy here on we both light skinned though, so I don't even know why I'm tripping about that. So I'm Kurt. You can catch me at Mr. C. Blair on Instagram. This is my man.
Nick Beam. The Nick Beam has 3 eyes. The 3 eyes for the Trinity. That's how you find me on social media. We got Translation Media Group. Please lock in, like, subscribe, follow the page, and just keep in touch with us and tap in with us and watch what we do as we put this thing in motion. It's been a pleasure, and tune into our next episode.